the New Zealand Christian Leaders Congress. It is happening, in fact, between the 19th and the 21st of September in Avondale and Auckland, a gathering together of Christian leaders and those with interests in the body of Christ in Aotearoa, New Zealand. It's not an annual event. It only happens every few years, and it has been delayed with COVID, so long overdue in some regards. And, just a wonderful opportunity for church leaders in New Zealand to get together and ask the question, so how are things going with you? The man responsible for drawing all of this together is the National Director of the New Zealand Christian Network, Reverend Dr. Stuart Lange. He joins us on the program now. Stuart, kia ora. Thanks for your time again.
Kia ora.
One of the questions, I suppose, that will be asked, and one of the questions I know that you ask at New Zealand Christian Network, is how are we doing? What is the health of the church in Aotearoa, New Zealand at the moment, Stuart, in your view?
Oh, it's a mixed picture, as always. Always has been, always will be. But I think there are always good things happening because God is always at work by His Spirit. You know, people turning up at church, people seeking God, people coming to faith, God raising up new leaders, new initiatives, lots of good stuff happening. But I also do see some problems in the church overall. I think the church is not doing as well as we'd like.
Yeah.
You know, the percentage of people who are affiliated with the church, even on the census, just steadily coming down, and the number of secular, no religion, atheist people going up. The churches in real terms, some of them growing, but most not. Some are just holding their own.
Yeah.
A lot of them are, declining somewhat. And I also think there's some diminishing of confidence in the gospel. I think a lot of people feel intimidated by the views in society, the secularism, the new atheism, the emphasis upon self, and on all the sexual confusions and immorality and so on.
Yep.
All of this has an impact that people feel a little bit beleaguered, perhaps, and not as confident in spreading the faith.
So even for those people that are going to church on a semi-regular basis, and even the definition of that has changed over the years, are perhaps not as confident in the faith that they have, not as confident to share that with others. It is a great opportunity, of course, with the Congress, though, to network, to share ideas of saying, hey, this is what's working for us, for us to pick up the good ideas, but at the same time being honest about the things that perhaps aren't working, some techniques that perhaps used to be more effective, but some time for some new wineskins in that regard, perhaps.
Yeah, I think there's a disjunction between the way we used to do things, the way we used to express them, and where much of our society is at. Some people respond very well to the message as we used to package it, but I think we need to really understand where a lot of people, in particular, the toughest group in society in relation to the gospel are secular Pākehā people.
Yeah.
And just to understand that mindset and to be able to communicate to them in ways that address their questions and that are sensitive to what's driving them. I think so that there's more of a connection. So when we share the faith, I think we need to be quite candid and flexible and sensitive to all that. And that's difficult because things aren't like they used to be in our society as a whole.
Important to recognise that. I know Dave Mann and the people at Shining Lights Trust doing some very interesting stuff in that space about what Christians believe and how we can communicate that with more confidence. And in terms of confidence, it's also, of course, important to recognise that whilst we've got census results, we've had some statistics that have come back. It would be difficult to describe it as brilliant news. But like you said at the beginning, God is still doing amazing things through the churches in New Zealand. There's still a whole bunch of stuff to celebrate and certainly be doing a bit of that at the Congress as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll be hearing from, practitioners in all sorts of areas and people who've got the theory on it and can dig a bit deeper.
Yep.
So we're really looking forward to that.
And looking forward to a wonderful time of celebration. Yeah, okay, maybe there's the need to adapt in some areas, but recognizing that hey, Christianity. Personally, I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea that people would be better off, their lives would be better off if that was something that they were involved with. And it's up to us, you and I, in the body of Christ, to communicate and to demonstrate that message faithfully. Stuart, if people wanted to find out more about the Congress, now there's a whole range of topics and networking and discussions and keynotes that will be happening. But if they wanted to find out more, I know registrations are open for this. People can get involved. They can sign up now.
Yeah, registrations just became open last week.
Okay.
And it's very simple. Go on to New Zealand Christian Network. Very easy to remember.
Yep.
It's Christian, it's a network, and it's in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So go onto the website, poke around, but there's a prominent thing to press which says Congress, update on Congress, and there we'll have all the information.
And you were able to sign up for that? You were able to register on the New Zealand Christian Network website, is that correct?
Yes, and subscribe to receive NZCN News, which is short commentaries on things in church and society. Very interdenominational perspective, biblically faithful, but kind of wanting to relate to our current context.
Certainly recommend that New Zealand Christian Network website. And hey, while you're there, come on. The dates, well, it seems like a long way away, but it'll come up sooner than you think. 19th to 21st of September in Avondale in Auckland. If you register for that now, then hey, gives you time to work on travel or accommodation if you need to. New Zealand Christian Network is the place to go and find out more information. NewZealandChristianNetwork.org.nz. Stuart, thank you for your mahi. Thank you for the work that you do.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us today.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.